channel.
All right. Welcome back, guys. Welcome to Final Whistle, the channel that gives you the best and nothing but the very best when it comes to fans' reaction, pre and post match analysis, and football news as they happen. Yes, still talking about the most talked about game right now in football in Nigeria. Nigeria versus Libya and the AFCON qualifiers Morocco 2025. Yes, that game is one game that we are all looking up to. Over 200 million Nigerians are waiting for the result of that game that's going to be taking place at the Godswill Akpabio Stadium in Uyo. But quickly, before we talk about the main game, let's talk about event that has brought us this far, which is one, the official call-up squad. Yeah, it felt like yes, from fans, football lovers, journalists, and everybody in different walks of life that love the beautiful game, that love the Super Eagles, had their opinions about the official call-up squad, and they felt like it was not merited, that the list was mild to some extent and all that. But the coach Austin Eguavo, which is also the head of the technical committee, has come out to say this about the whole list. Let's hear him out.
I don't think I've ever discussed this list with anyone, and we kept it in house until we came up with the final 23, which is not so easy. Let people just try to see how they can support me and the team, because it's for Nigeria, it's not for me alone. We don't want distractions. Whoever is in position right now to do the job, just supporting players or coaches. It doesn't really matter, because all of us are trying to achieve the same goal, one goal.
Yes, we've heard from the horse's mouth. He's not. There's no mising of words there. He came out pump and plain, spewed everything out, and he was saying in his words that this list was not leaked to anybody, that this list was an in-house thing, that only few NFF officials knew about the call-up, and that he felt like this 23-man squad were merited, so that we should back them. According to him, we should back the coach and back the players. uh, yes, he's right to say that, but we're also right to criticize the list, whether we like it or not. As football lovers, we love our darling Super Eagles and we want the best for them. So it's not. I think the whole uh what will I call it? The whole checking of the list was not done to show hatred, but love for the Super Eagles. And so I think both parties are correct. But Cesaro, aka Austin Eguavo, believes that the boys that he has called upon would do justice to the task ahead. But still, I'm glad that he in the video still made mention to the fact that no Nigerian is more Nigerian than another. So the fact that some people were not called upon does not mean that they are not good enough. And I feel the same way about the whole thing. But let us all be sincere that I think if we are saying that this list is merited by Cesaro, that Coach Austin Eguavo, then I would love to know the metrics, for which the list was being created. If you say you are bringing a merit list, merit list means to a layman that everybody there deserves their spot, right? And which in terms of football, if you are a striker, that means you must be having numbers. If you are a defender, you must be having clean sheet, you must be having good interceptions, you must be having area duels, you must be winning them when it comes to the corner kick. If you're a good goalkeeper, clean sheets are your thing at that point. Number of reflexes, number of saves, and all that. Penalties caught, these are things that should be the metrics for selection. And but if as a midfielder that we all know, you must be able to give those according to our Amokachi penetrating passes that split defense line and all that. So those creativity. But in this list, we felt like some of these metrics were not being followed to warrant the call up of certain players. And if I'm one person that has always, to some extent, been a lover of Austin Eguavoen, even though I criticize some of his moves, like this particular one, and I felt like that we have some tired legs, some people that when they play like a drunk boxers, and this is not what we need at this point in time, because whether we like it or not, the last outing we got 4 points as a possible six, which was a very good outing, a brilliant one at that. But we felt like since we were losing a senior man in Victor Osimhen, that's a very good player that helped and always has helped the team. If he's going to be out, then we should replace him with somebody of that caliber that has uh, number of goals, number of contributions, goal contributions, and all that. But what we are seeing in the list is something that is not so, because we have Toby that a lot of us felt like yes, yes, this guy can do justice to that again because it is just Libya and we need to experiment on this game. We had the likes of serial dresser that has been called upon before. That is one thing in the Super Eagles team that I feel like is not right. We give call ups and all of a sudden we forget the player. If we check in the last 5, 6 call ups, you'll be shocked at the number of players that have been called into the Super Eagles and forgotten. At some point, if they show you an ex Super Eagles player, you might not even recognize the person because of the number of minutes that they've had, because of the number of call ups that they've had. And it is not rightly so because if you are calling someone into the squad, it means you believe in the person's capacity to deliver for a long span because projects are not done per international break. Projects should be done over a long span so that we'll get the desired result. I think that's how I feel about the whole thing. So I felt like he should have included some of these guys, the likes of Cyril Dresser, because the last time he was in the Super Eagles, it has been a couple of years, but I think the guy is still banging in goals in the Scottish League, and that is what we need right now. Not some tired legs. I don't want to be particular about a person, but I felt like some people that are not getting minutes in their club sides should not be, uh, allowed into the Super Eagles. The Super Eagles is a reverender position. We saw even in the 1994 squad, we saw the likes of Samson Siasia lose their spot to certain players. Why? Because they were not banging in goals. They were not following the metrics for selection. And all of a sudden, that same metrics is now being will I say is not being followed anymore. We are now using this person has been in this Super Eagles for a long time and he must always be called upon. No, I don't think when we call I understand the fact that you must bring in experience and youth. That's one aspect. But when the experience that you're bringing is no longer giving you experience, why still involve the person? Uh, whether we like it or not, if you bring Siri Dresser, we have experience in Truth Ekong. Yeah, we have experience in Moses Simon that have spent up to 10 years in the Super Eagles. So when we talk about experience, we have enough experience on ground. So let us not bring too much experience and not bring the youth that will do the justice on the pitch. And so I think Austin Aguavore's position on that matter is not something I totally agree with because whether we like it or not, the last list we saw other coaches make, the way lists are being prepared. NFF, most times we complain that the NFF are always uh, having a say in the list. And but now you have come out to say that nope, that no, this is clearly your doing. So it means one thing that whatever result we get out of this list, you are to be blamed or to be praised. If he agrees by this thing, I think then it's a fair deal. But if not, I don't see the reason why we're going to go through something as I don't want to use the word bad, but something like this, and while we have better legs across Africa, across Europe, even in the local league, we have guys that are banging in goals week in, week out. But we have two players right now that I can call that have not seen the back of the net, and they are in the Super Eagles camp as we speak. Is that not awful, guys? Is that not awful for a country like Nigeria, for a footballing country, guy? I've all my life I've grown up in the north, so I will tell you that if you go to Jos at any point in time, you would get crazy footballers. You would get guys that will keep you in awe. You would marvel at how good these guys are. That was where they got the likes of a wonderful Ahmed Musa, Moses Simon, Mikel Obi. This is from the north. I'm not telling. This is the north that I'm based in. Then go to Jos, go to Lagos, go to the southwest. You will see powerful players. We will see powerful players. Go to the southeast and across Nigeria. So why would we have to stick with certain players that a lot of us know for a fact? that they are no longer there. Their legs are not giving them what they ought to give them. Oh, doesn't make sense, guys. But again, let us still support them as they are the people representing Nigeria, wearing the green, white, and green colors of the Super Eagles. And I think that's all for this production. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you feel about what Austin Eguavoen Cesaro has to say about the official call-up squad and if it is justifiable by you. We'll see you again next time. Thank you.